everybody. This is Jonathan Kiosk, job coach and agency linkage specialist from Yosemite Monarch Charter Schools, and you're listening to your Transition Podcast. This is a show that will be your go-to for transition-related information. Before we get into all that, let me introduce you to my co-host, Blake Wright. Blake, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do with Yosemite Monarch.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. So, as Jonathan mentioned, my name is Blake Wright. I am currently a job coach with Yosemite Monarch. This is my second year with Yosemite Monarch and my third overall working with transition youth.
Great. But before we go a little farther today, tell the audience why you love working with transition youth.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, I'm going to my third year working in this program, and honestly, it's just kind of simply the best. Working with our students to achieve their goals and find their course in life is extremely rewarding, and there's nothing better than seeing them succeed.
That's awesome. I certainly feel the same way. Today, it is our desire to introduce you all to the Transition Podcast and share what we're looking forward to in this upcoming 21-22 school year. During this school year, we'll discuss transition topics that are relevant to help you take those next steps towards employment or post-secondary life, whatever that looks like. Topics like personal branding and time management, hard skills and soft skills, transportation and housing, job search, and much, much more. We'll also have students interviewing industry experts, students who are new to their trade, students who are in the Job Corps program and community colleges, and many other guests that we're really excited about.
Yeah, Jonathan. And we also have a lot of very exciting interviews scheduled. Just a note to those students out there listening, if you're interested in being a part of our podcast series and being the ones to interview some of these great people, we're taking auditions. Kidding. But in all seriousness, we would love for you to get involved. And if you are interested, please email either me at blake.wright@yosemitevalleycharter.org or Jonathan at jonathankiosk@yosemitevalleycharter.org. We also have a new transition email that you can email us at, which is transition@centralvcs.org.
Thank you, Blake. Again, please reach out if you're interested in being part of our podcast. We're looking for students who want to share their interviewer and podcast talents, or if you don't know anything, you just want to learn. We're happy to invite you on this journey. One other thing to know is that you can absolutely put your podcast volunteer work on your resume. You can put it on your LinkedIn, etc. We're happy to also be that professional reference. Let's say you want to get in the tech industry. Blake or myself will pick up the phone, and we're happy to speak to employers or that company that you're interning at, etc. Okay, before we wrap it up, so this is going to be a short one today, I'd like to introduce you to the Transition PACE Tip of the Month, which is where we'll give you tips to help you be successful. Blake, you ready for the Transition Tip of the Month?
Yep, I absolutely am. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, so this month's tips involve strategies to save some money. So there are a lot of different ways you can save money, right? But it's important to know that even the smallest change in spending habits can have the biggest impacts on your personal finances. And here are some ideas for you. Spend less than you earn. That one's a pretty given, right? Utilize student discounts. There's a lot of really cool discounts that you can get out there for being a student, Amazon being one of them. Speaking of, restrict online shopping. It's easy to go in and add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. But we need to make sure that we exercise restraint and some self-control on there. Only buy what you need. Be smart about it. Another tip, make your own coffee. Yeah, sometimes, you're tired. It's in the morning. You already want coffee. You got to make coffee. But I'll tell you what, as nice as it would be to go to Starbucks or Dutch Bros or something every day, it adds up. $5 a day, that's $35 a week. And before you know it, you're spending hundreds a month on coffee. Make your own coffee at home. Shop at a lower cost grocery store. Limit how often you eat out. That one is another one, again, that can add up really quickly over time. Avoid late fees by paying bills on time. Rent or buy used items, maybe books, electronics, or more. Sometimes if you have a project and you need a video camera, it's better to just go maybe to your local library, see if they have electronics for rent, rather than spending a lot of money on something you might only use once or twice. And finally, set goals. A home, college, education, a new car, whatever it is, set a goal, make a budgeting plan, and save your money so that way you're not spending it on things you don't need.
Thank you, Blake. It looks like I need to start working on my homemade caramel frappuccino skills. Thank you for those tips. Before we say bye, we do have a little news update that Blake will be sharing regarding an upcoming student interview series. Blake, take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming up, those student interviews we're telling you about, and we have a great one to start us off. We have a Job Corps graduate, Justine, and she went to the San Jose Job Corps, getting her trade certificate, currently still at Job Corps, but was able to go to advanced training in New York. Right now, she's studying for state boards exam to obtain her nursing license. This test she is studying for is called the NCLEX. She already graduated Job Corps, but she needs her license to become a licensed nurse. The great thing about this is Job Corps will let her stay in the program. They house her, they feed her, and more while she studies. They'll even help her with job placement to help her start making all that money. Anyways, we cannot wait to do an interview with Justine.
Thank you, Blake. A little side note is Justine was actually one of my former students when I worked at the Job Corps program. So it's really great to talk to her, and she's really excited about sharing the program with all of you and getting all of your questions. So again, just want to thank you all for joining us today. That concludes your Transition podcast, and we will catch you on the next one.